Hi, Jeff Mersace, the Plain English Attorney, and someone that I know actually posed a really good question on estate planning and trusts. Many years ago, I was actually involved with the LGBT community because I was able to find some trust solutions before all the marriage equality cases came in. So you could get a same-sex couple that didn't have the right to get married could get a lot of the same things that they were looking for through powers of attorney, revocable living trusts, as long as it was kind of done the right way. So I structured and built that trust. And the question was, hey, can you kind of do the same thing for polyamorous relationships where there's more than two people involved? And the answer is yes. A trust can pretty much do whatever you want. You can have as many people as beneficiaries and as trustees involved. Here's the problems that I do see with that, and they're not insurmountable. The usual recommendation is, if you're going to put together something like a list of people who are going to be your financial people, your power of attorney, your executor, your trustee list, that should be a list that's kind of consistent and one person at a time. And when you have a couple, same gender, opposite gender, whatever, spouse, not spouse, they usually want each other first. Well, what if it's 3, 4, or 5 people? For consistency's sake, it kind of makes sense to have one person at a time in a set order, and you could put as many people as you want, but you want it consistent. That becomes a little more complicated when you're dealing with more than 2 people who can name each other and then agree on a list after that. Now suddenly there could be 3 people, and one of them isn't listed first. And the question comes out to, well, what about co-trustees and co-powers of attorney? And I've got other videos on that. Let me just sum it up by saying in 25 years, I've never seen co-anything actually work out smoothly. It's just more work. It's more paperwork. You'd think, oh, well, if you've got 3 co-trustees, any one of them can sign paperwork. Financial institutions don't go with that. They don't care what's in the document. Oh, you've got co-trustees. Every one of you has to sign. And now you've just kind of like exploded exponentially the amount of paperwork that needs to be done to get anything done. So that's one thing that's kind of insurmountable. Not insurmountable, but we got to work on it. Another issue is, all right, when you've got beneficiaries, who are the contingent beneficiaries? If you've got 3 people, again, this is keeping this simple as we can with the polyamorous relationship. If one person passes on, is it definitely going just to the other 2? What if that relationship expands to a 3rd after that death? What about the contingent beneficiaries of the person who passed on? Maybe it was, okay, everything stays within this 3-person relationship until the last person passes on, and then we're splitting it into thirds, so the assets go to the specific beneficiaries that each one of them wanted, but only after the last person passes on. That's extremely common for couples, so why wouldn't that be different? So you really do kind of have to look at what are those contingent beneficiaries? What's it going to be? Is it going to be something that's permanent or not? Now, like I said, those really aren't insurmountable things, but it's definitely issues that you're going to take a look at. But the point is, hey, yeah, everything that was done for same-sex couples prior to the marriage equality rulings, that can be done for polyamorous relationships. It's just with each person you add, there's a little bit more of a degree of complication that you have to put into the documents. But you know what? That's not your problem. That's my problem as the drafting attorney to make it the way you need it to be. So I hope that video helps explain things a little bit. The person who contacted me, you know who you are. But I just thought it would be a good thing to put out in general that, yeah, this is something that's possible. And I'd be happy to work on it if we had clients that wanted to do that. So, again, I'm Jeff Versace, the Plain English Attorney. And as always, stay safe, plan ahead, and enjoy life. And whatever you do, make it a great day.